YouTube, what is good? It's your boy Jay Dizzle. Man, we are back at it again with yet another one of them things, man. Listen, all right, we gotta talk, man. We gotta talk. It's been about a month, maybe 2 months at the time of this recording from my last video. A lot has transpired since my last video. If y'all can see, the background is different. You know, I don't know if y'all can hear the echo in the background, but I'm in my own space, okay? Not only am I in my own space, I'm in a whole different state, okay? We're gonna talk about that in this video. So, little background history real quick. I was born in Kentucky. I grew up in Tennessee, Murfreesboro to be exact, until the age of 17. Then I moved out to the Bay Area, 2017, and I stayed there until 2026. From 2026, around February is when I moved. I came out here to Texas, okay? So currently your boy is in Texas. Why did I move out here? Didn't you tell us you was gonna travel? Didn't you tell us you wanted to travel the world? Yes, I did tell you guys that, right? So let's break that down. Why did I move out here, okay? So I broke this down in other videos, so I'm gonna go ahead and make it a little short, okay? 2024, I discovered a new, a new love, man. I discovered a new love. So what is something that you love? Maybe you like to sing. Maybe you like to play sports. Maybe you're really into cars. You know, you're really into shoes. Okay, you know, something that you really love, something that you're very interested in. And for me, that was traveling. Okay, aside from stocks and crypto, because I got into that as well. But in 2024, I really got into traveling, so much to the point that I got my passport, everything, bro. Like, if I could have left the second I fell in love with traveling, I would have did it, okay? But yeah, 2024, I got into traveling, all right? So, of course, I had to make a plan. If I want to travel or move out the country, I need to have a game plan. The ways to do it, I was going to say number one way, but the ways to do it: financial income, you need to have a remote job, or be like a, what do they call those things? Like digital nomads and stuff like that. Or you just got to be filthy rich, okay? So the latter two, you know, remote job or digital nomad, filthy rich. So it's not that I wouldn't do a remote job, because I actually would, right? It just, in my opinion, I didn't see that it was stable enough. Like, you know, moving abroad just with a remote job, I don't think that's stable enough, man. We got AI replacing remote jobs left and right. Also, even if you do find a remote job that lets you live outside the United States, any time they want, they can tell you, hey, you got to come back, right? So, you know, you free, but you really free. You feel me? I'm not filthy rich, okay? I'm not filthy rich. And passive income, I think I'm still working to that. I feel like I can achieve that seriously, you know what I'm saying? It's all about locking in and being serious. You know, you can achieve whatever, you know, as long as you lock in. You can do it, right? So I think I can still do that. Achieve passive income and, you know, do something from that, right? But that brings us to 2025. Okay, same thing. I'm super into traveling, blah, blah, blah. 2026. All right, 2026, okay? So last month, because at the time of this recording, it's March. So last month, February, my job gave us incentives to move, man. Like, hey, we need people at these other locations and we'll pay you to move, right? So here's the thing. I had two options, right? And I think I made other videos about this too. Option number one, my plan was I'm gonna save up $20,000 to $30,000 and move. And once I move, I'll figure it out when I get there. Feel me? 20,000, 30,000. Like, I know if you live in America, all Americans watching this going, man, 20,000, 30,000, that ain't a lot of money, right? Listen, money goes farther depending on what country you live in. For instance, if you go to Brazil, at the time of this recording, it's still 5 to 1. So 5 Brazilian reais to $1. Okay, so if you have $20,000, you essentially, or you can live like you almost have $100,000 because your $20,000 goes as far as if it was 100,000. Okay, if you transfer your $20,000 to Brazilian reais, you would have, excuse me, you would have $100,000 in Brazilian reais. Okay, 100,000 Brazilian reais, not $100,000 in Brazilian reais. But yeah, you know what I'm trying to say, right? So there's other places that are super cheap too. A lot of the Asian countries are some of the best countries to move to right now, bro, because it's cheap to live, and also a lot of the Asian countries are very like safe. You know, they're safe compared to a lot of these other countries, right? Brazil is dope. That's one. So these are the places I would want to go: Brazil, Philippines. You know, of course, Kenya, and you know other places. Okay, we're not going to make this video about that, but yeah. And so that was my plan: save up $20,000, $30,000, move abroad, and figure it out later. Okay, I can get a remote job while I'm out there. I can just do all that, figure it out later. Right? Again, I told you my gripe for the remote jobs. Not that I wouldn't do it. I just feel like it's not stable enough. Okay, like it's good to have. Like if you're living abroad right now through a remote job, all power, more power to you. But this for me is just not secure enough. Okay, you know, why don't you do IT? I could. You know what I'm saying? I got no excuse. Okay, I definitely could do IT. I tried to actually. I was in IT school. Man, bro, unless you tried IT yourself, I want you to try it and tell me, and then come back to me, because that stuff sounded like a whole different language. It's the stuff that they were talking about. It just wasn't something I was into, bro. Okay, and you know, beggars can't be choosy. I get it, but bro, like at least do something that you are okay with to a degree. I'm not saying I have to be the happiest person in the world with the job that I'm doing, but at least something that I'm not like stressing over. Like, dang, I gotta wake up and do this. But anyways, option number 2, right? I was looking around to different places. Okay, if I want to be, and I'm not saying moving abroad is not realistic, because it is. And you could achieve anything, right? As long as you put the energy towards it, you can do it. So, but you know, if I was being realistic, where could I go in the United States that would get me closer to my goal of moving abroad? And that's where Texas popped up. The reason why I chose Texas, because from California to Texas, the cost of living is a little cheaper. Okay, it's a little cheaper, right? You know, right out in Cali, especially the Bay Area, you're looking at, so for a crazy spot, like a studio in the ghetto somewhere, it's gonna be like $1,500. That's for a studio in the ghetto. Okay, want to live somewhere decent? Guess what? $2,300 for a studio. At least you live in a cool area. And if you want to really live, you know, a decent life, looking at anywhere from 27 3 bands a month. That's just a lot of money, bro. I'm gonna just keep it G. How much money? $3,000 a month. You would have to make probably over $100,000 to even afford that. Okay, right. So I could be wrong. You can check the math on that. I could be wrong. But anyways, so Texas was the place I, you know, did some research on. Okay, it's cheaper than California. And the thing that sold me about Texas is Houston, Texas, to be exact. I don't live in Houston, but Houston, they have a really dope international airport. You can go to a lot of different countries straight flight. Brazil, you can go to the Caribbean, you can go to a lot of different countries straight flight, bro. In California, you can't go to Brazil straight flight. You can't go to Colombia straight flight. You can't go to Jamaica straight flight. And the thing is, well, why you keep talking about straight flight? Because I hate airplanes, bro. Okay, I'm not trying to get on 2 planes to get to where I want to get to. I'm sorry. That's just how it is. Like when I go somewhere, I want to be on 1 plane. Bam, I'm there. Okay, so that's the reason. So next thing I know, my job is paying people to move to a location, different locations, and one of those locations was Austin, Texas. I said Austin, Texas. There you go, Austin, Texas, right? And I took it. I did it, right? So that's where I moved to. You feel me? And yeah, man, you know, that's where I'm at right now. I should have been making vlogs when I first came out here. I already went to like different malls and stuff like that. don't worry, we're gonna get some content. Don't worry, we're gonna get some content, okay? But I'm just making this video to give you guys an update. Where have I been these last few weeks or months or whatever? Now at the time of this recording too, in the future, you probably just like, let me see your bros come up. You feel me? You just found this video. Shout out to future me. You know what I'm saying? You really did it. Make sure you keep on going. But yeah, man. Yeah. If you watching in the current, I haven't been posting for a few weeks or months. Okay. So this is the reason why I moved. I was getting acclimated. I'm a little comfortable now. So yeah, man, we're going to get the content going crazy. But yeah, man, a lot has been going on. Texas is very different from California, bro. Like in California, specifically the Bay Area, there's hills everywhere, bro. There's hills. You got the BART station. The people are different. When I first moved to California, especially the Bay, I was still in high school. So yeah, man, bro, that was maney. Like, dang, that car wet. Like, yeah, bro, it was like that. Like people, it was just. I'm not used to hearing these lingos and stuff like that. Completely different. Out here in Texas, very different. Okay. Now I'm in Austin, so I think for me to, not saying that Austin, Texas don't got some real Texans. I'm not saying that, but for me to get the real Texas experience, I feel like I would have to go to Dallas or like Houston to really get a good grasp. Because people out here are from everywhere. Like I met a lot of people from New York. I never met anybody from New York and California that I'm aware of, right? I met people out here from New York. A lot of people are from California out here, okay? So, even if you do find a Texan, it's like few in between. Like, you'll meet one and then you'll meet like 10 other people from other different states. So, yeah, it looks different out here. There's a lot of different trees. It reminds me of Tennessee a little bit because we used to call Tennessee the Sticks. And the reason why we call it the Sticks because there's trees everywhere, bro. It's similar out here, bro. And it's a lot more rural, okay? Like, in the Bay, I'm used to there being buildings everywhere you look at, right? Out here, you'll see like an apartment complex, rural land around that apartment complex. You drive another 5-7 miles, another apartment complex, rural all over there. It's different. It's definitely different. I've met some people out here. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm having mixed emotions. Right? I say on average, people out here, no shot to California or to the Bay. More people out here are more often nice, more easier to talk to, okay, on average. I'm just being honest, bro. Not saying that people in the Bay are not nice, but you go out to the Bay, it's a little different. You know what I'm saying? It's a little different, okay? You know what I'm saying? If they don't know you, they might not say nothing to you. You know what I'm saying? But people out there are cool, bro. I made a lot of friends in the Bay, man. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, just on average, people to people case, if we're just going to put a magnifying glass on that, I would say people out here tend to be more open to talk to you and stuff like that. You feel me? But yeah, that's my experience on that so far. They got different grocery stores out here, man. They have this place called HEB. Okay, I never heard of that. All right. In California, you got Costco, Sam's Club, all that different stuff, bro. Out here, they got different stores and different places you can go eat at and stuff like that. It's definitely different, bro. It's definitely different. What else, man? What else? That's all I can really think of at the moment. I'm definitely gonna make more videos and tell you guys more experiences as I go through them. Oh, I will say there's more stuff to do out here, man. They got the South by Southwest is coming up soon out here, right? They got this thing called Foodie Land or something that's coming up out here. Not saying the Bay don't got stuff going on, but if you really want to go do stuff like that, you probably gonna have to go to San Francisco because San Francisco will be having stuff going on, but everywhere else in the Bay, not really. I'm gonna just keep it G, bro. I'm not saying it's not lit. It's just, ain't really. Out here, there's festivals going on, bro. Like, you can go out and see a whole slew of college kids. Like, it's a real college town out here, it's this different. It's definitely different from what I'm used to. You feel me? But yeah, man, I'm not gonna make this video too long, man. That's just my little experience so far. We gonna make more videos to come, man. If you watching this, man, make sure you like and subscribe to your boy, man. I really appreciate all of y'all tapping in with your boy, man. But yeah, man, I appreciate everything, man. Hope you guys are having a good rest of your day, good rest of your week, and a good rest of your year. You hear? Like bars.